I'm James Turk. I'm the founder and chairman of Gold Money. It's a pleasure to be here today with my friend Ned Nealor-Leyland of Cheviot Asset Management, who's sponsoring this wonderful conference at the Guildhall here in London. Ned, can you tell us a little bit about the conference, why you put this thing together?
Of course, James. Yeah, it's a conference that's called the Sound Money Conference. So it has two dual themes, one which you're attending to personally, which is the issue of the practical application of gold and silver to the global monetary system as it exists at the moment. In other words, using all the issues to do with electronic delivery of money and the general way that currencies work in a modern environment. And the second one is the price discovery question, which we're all very interested in terms of why is the price the way it is, and is that correct, and what needs to be done in order to attend to that. So we have Chris Powell of GATA speaking about that side of things, yourself and Hugo Salinas-Price talking about the practical application of gold and silver to the monetary system as we are at the moment. We feel it's a subject which is being completely ignored by the mainstream investment management and banking world, probably because they're rather compromised with respect to this subject. And you know, apart from anything else, it's a fiduciary duty to be aware of two elements of looking after people's money. One is the, yes, are your investments going up or down? And the other is the input data, in other words, the money itself and real rates and those kinds of problems we think are live and are relevant. And as a firm, we're very happy to push the debate forwards into public view and try and catalyse people to look into it a bit further.
So in the broadest sense, it's really bringing sound money to the forefront, bringing it from two different angles and let people provide their thoughts about how sound money should be in today's modern economy. That's
right, because I think that there is a general sense that gold bugs can be rather unrealistic in the way they look at the world. But I think you and I would both argue completely against that and say, in fact, it's the mainstream which are unrealistic because they refuse to look at the global monetary system in any way beyond the absolute surface. And you've seen the UN recently came out talking about the Bretton Woods system. We've had obviously Robert Zoellick of the World Bank talking about it. There was a guy from the Kansas Fed, I think it was.
Kansas City Fed.
That's
yeah.
right. Effectively, lots of people are talking about the subject, but apparently the subject doesn't merit discussion. And there's obviously something that needs to be done here. So we felt, look, time is now. And certainly at a personal level, I felt that it can't wait any longer. You know, we can't sit here and say, well, maybe next year we'll do it.
Yeah.
So really the conference was organised fairly swiftly, as you know. Unfortunately, we've got quite a good attendance, hopefully, tomorrow. And all being well, the debate will be further. We've got some journalists coming, and I'm hoping that we can, in a genuine sense, push the debate forward, if nothing else, by getting along some people who are maybe not policymakers, but have significant impact in terms of people's thinking, be they corporate financiers or big hedge fund managers, people who have impact within the market. And what I hope they will do is come and be surprised by how practical and real the debate is and what people have been looking at over a period of years.